right. I'm sorry I'm a little late. I got chit-chatting with the lady about some work and she wanted some really cool colors. So of course I got distracted, lost track of time, you know, the huge. All right, you guys don't want to see my sweatshirt. Let's sort of adjust. There we go. All right. Hello. Happy Friday. So exciting. It's Friday. I'm so glad it's Friday. I'm Shannon, and this is Paper Delights, and I come on every evening, Monday to Friday at 7 p.m. to motivate you and encourage you and inspire you to get to your craft room and do whatever kind of craft that makes you happy. Maybe you're trying something new. Maybe you're trying out some wood burning, or maybe you're doing some scrapbook pages that you haven't gotten to in a while, or maybe you're making some Christmas cards. Whatever it is, I really hope that you take the time and do something for yourself that you enjoy. So I have 3 cards for us to do tonight, and they are all the same, but they are all going to end up looking so different. This is the most gorgeous embossing folder ever. So how this works is that they've designed these trees, these pine trees, and it's raised in different levels of height on the plastic. You put your paper in it, you fold it, and then you run it through the Big Shot. It's a machine that compresses it, and so the paper gets compressed when you put it through. Okay, so when you put it through, your paper ends up looking like this. All right, so there's a green one. And then with a little bit of magic, your paper can end up looking like this. All right, so these are all with the same embossing folder, all using 3 different colors to sort of bring out the layers of trees. All right, so, hey Pam. So let's get started, because they're all a little different, but I think they're all so stunning. And I will show you. So the first one real quick is the green one. Now we've done this type before with our green Northern Lights kind of a look. And Pam, I'm sure your wrist is absolutely exhausted from all of your blending. So basically you're going to take your Night of Navy and you're going to blend it. You always start off the paper and then work your way on. And the more ink you put on, the darker it's going to be. And then as you're going, you also go over the trees here, and you'll see that it helps to add to the depth of the trees. Now I am going darker in these ones in the front because I want them to stand out more. But you can even see the difference already from here to here, right? Just how a little bit of ink really helps to bring out that, that design. I'm going to bring the camera down a little bit more so you can have a really good view of how this looks. So you can go on as dark as you want. You can go on as light as you want. Now, because I want sort of like that Northern Light effects, I'm going to go on darker in some places, like here and here. So it almost looks like that ribbon kind of look that you get from the Northern Lights. Just like that. It is that simple. Now, usually what I do after I've done that is I take my little spray bottle that has, probably 98% rubbing alcohol and just a few drops of the shimmer paint that we have that I don't know where it is right now. My desk is such a disaster, so you will likely hear things falling and crashing as I move around because I have absolutely no space left. So what I would usually do is I would take my pieces. I have a box that I put it in. I spritz it with my shimmer paint. I don't know if you can see, my hands are all sparkly and shimmery. And then I usually put a pack of paper on top to sort of squish it down to keep it from curling. So, and then after it dries, you attach it to your paper. And then I added a little piece of the white from the snowbank, and that's what you end up with, right? How fancy is that, eh? I mean, you could leave it without the sparkle too. I think it looks pretty sharp like that as well, with the, almost looks like the Northern Lights. But definitely adding that sparkle brings it to a whole nother level. So, whoops, sorry. I was just seeing if I was missing any comments, but we're good. All right, so that is our green with our Night of Navy. Then we have this one here. This one is one of our in colors, I believe. It's, what's it called again? Misty Moonlight. So I think it was last year's color. So it's Misty Moonlight. This is Night of Navy, and the ink pad was Night of Navy. This is Misty Moonlight. So it's just a little lighter than the Night of Navy. And what we're going to do with this one, it's the same thing. So I've done the folder through again, but in order to make it pop, this one we're going to add white. And I do have the Stampin' Up! White one. I just can't find it at the moment because, like I said, my space is an absolute mess. So for this one, I'm not trying to change the background. I'm not trying to change the color of the blue. I'm trying to change the color of the trees to make them more pronounced. And white ink is more of like a pigment, I find. And I'm being really delicate when I get near the top because I really would prefer it not to go on the cardstock. I really want it to try and stay on the trees themselves. So like this one here is really quite high in relation to these other ones. The layering that they've done with this folder is absolutely stunning. It's so stunning. So I'm just carefully doing these ones because, like I said, I really don't want it to, change the sky. I'm just trying to change the trees with this one. There. So there we go. So there's that one. And again, I would take it, I would spritz it. You know, you could do more, let this dry, and then go over it again to make it more white if you really want that pigment to come through. And then when you're done, after you spritz it, this is the look that you end up with as well. Isn't that pretty? And I just added the little die cuts there. I really didn't think it needed a whole lot. I wanted the trees and the embossing and the shimmer to really be center stage. And you can't help but pick it up and go, wow, that's really pretty, right? So, all right. So there's that one. This is going to be a really short little video tonight. And then the last one, we're taking the white and our Night of Navy. And this one, we're going to change the background as well as a little bit of the trees as well. So again, same kind of way of doing it. I'm just sort of rubbing it on. You can see already it's changing the look of the trees. Now you could stop and not really do the bottom ones as much, right? It really depends on what kind of look you like. I like these ones at the front to be a bit darker. But that's just my preference. I was just sort of doing like, trying to do almost like an ombre kind of look with it, so that it gets darker the higher up you go. So it does take a bit of patience and a little bit of finesse and just layering it, right? Like that. And you just keep going until you like what you got. And the trick is just to keep layering it. You'll use a little bit and layer and layer and layer and layer. And then you take this and you spritz it again. You can put a bottom piece on. And then again, when you're done, you end up with a look like that. So that is our cards for this evening. So it's the exact same folder, right? So this is the blue with the white. This is the green with the Night of Navy. And this is the white with the Night of Navy as well. So they're all the same folder, but again, just going to have a slightly different look depending on what you've used for your main card and for the ink that you're using to bring it out, right? Do you guys have a favorite? Let's see, I'll do this and then this. Anybody have a favorite? I like them all. I think they're all really, really nice. Yeah, this embossing folder is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. So this will be available at the open house, or if you want to put yours aside now, send me a message. More than happy. Challenge, use the reverse of the embossing, the paper going in. Yeah, that would be different. I think, yeah, I'm not sure. I think it would be a little bit harder because this one here, the one that sticks up top the most, I don't know if it would look right going in the opposite way. What you could do, now you got me thinking, what I could do is ink the inner, like the in part of the embossing folder, put my paper on it, and then squish it. But then you would still have the same, no, then it would be on the opposite. That wouldn't work. All right, well, I will think of it. I will play around with that. Good challenge, Pam, thanks. Don't forget our open house, my outdoor, COVID-friendly open house. Dress warm, because it really is outdoors. From 10 till 2 on Sunday. I hope to see you then. If you see anything that you like and you'd like me to put it aside, please send me a message. I'm more than happy to do that. If there's anything that you would be interested in that I can create for you, again, send me a message. I love challenges. So perfect. Oh, and don't forget, Sunday we're also doing our All About Wreaths. So I do have a couple of kits left. So if you're interested in that, it's $25 and you get 8 beautiful kits to make our cards. So you're going to be making 8 different cards with the theme of wreaths, and you can see them on the Facebook page. So I always appreciate a like and a share, and have yourself a wonderful, wonderful weekend. If I don't see you at the open house, I will see you Monday at 7. Thank you so much, and stay safe.